King Knight rolled up to the Jawa and said, "Excuse me, sir, leave my kingdom." "No, I will challenge you to a children's card game." So be it.
So, I think we're getting started, but
It looks like it. Just gonna wait to see Breadpan start because Falco might have jumped the gun.
Either that or Breadpan just totally missed the start and went to go use the bathroom. So this is Plague any percent. His main thing of mobility is bomb burst buffering. You'll jump burst, and then as soon as you release your burst, you'll hold it down again to charge up another one, so you can burst again without throwing a bomb. Plains is a pretty straightforward level. Just you know, it's a tutorial level, so there's a lot of intended strats that devs kind of force you into doing. So getting it perfect might be kind of hard.
Yeah, and Plains, as far as stages go, somewhat easy, somewhat tricky. Like, it's supposed to be the beginning stage, but it's got a lot of small corridors, and you'll notice that Plague Knight's mobility really relies on him having lots of airspace.
Yeah, I bonk on like everything, because I'm still not used to the level yet. We're coming up on the first and only zip of the run. Falco's a little bit... Oh, he still got it. Okay. Basically you just take advantage of a loading zone and skip like 2.5 rooms there.
Yeah, you can get high enough to actually touch it, and it's really weird, but like the way the stage's rooms are laid out, you can actually trigger it and skip having to go like sideways a couple rooms. And he just got slapped by Black Knight, which is kind of unfortunate because yeah, he just lost really his stun. Like, he can't really get it back either. Looks like he's just gonna kind of wing it.
Yeah, and as you want to see, you kind of want to get that stun lock, because Black Knight just goes everywhere once he gets out of it. It's like, to get that stun lock, you're gonna want to like line yourself up with that tree in the middle, and then burst, and then follow Black Knight into the corner, and just chuck bombs at him. But like, not spam them, like you have to do a certain rhythm too. So in Shovel, you can just go to the village and leave, but with Plague, there's some extra stuff you gotta do. You gotta blow up this guy's house to access your secret lab, and then restart plot and stuff like that. Basically, you're gonna have to come back here after, like, not map-wise, but the game brings you back, to this point after every, quarter level. And then menuing. Also, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Breadpan's having a little bit of trouble getting his stuff, together. Oh, sorry, go.
I'm just gonna assume that Breadpan's actually good to go on his stream. Is just offline. So yeah, I guess we're fine. He should be fine.
Okay. So this is Primor Keep, again another straightforward level, because we're still in like World 1. Again, like I kind of mentioned, in Plains, there's a lot of low ceilings, and with Plague, who has a lot of aerial mobility, you just kind of bonk on everything. But yeah, one kind of tricky thing in this level, propeller rats, they're a little bit RNG whether they stop or go. Plague, you'll be deboosting on a lot of stuff. Because, like, his knockback is far greater than any of the other campaign characters. So, like, in Bookrum coming up, some runners will deboost off this one propeller rat, but if it goes instead of, like, stays, then...
You're really hoping for the rat's movement to, like, not really screw you over. It's not common, but that rat can move out of the way at the last moment, and you just drop into the pit.
That was the short, not complicated version of...
It's all good. And this is King Knight. Falco actually did a really good job of... Oh, wow, this is kind of interesting. He, at the beginning, you want to try and confuse King Knight into jumping to the corner twice. Very good kill there. by delaying your first attack slightly, you push King Knight a little bit more as he's jumping, and it prevents him from fully reaching the corner.
So the next stage is Lich Shard, Spooky Scary Skeletons level. It can be kind of tricky. Like, I know casually, just everyone has problems with this level. That's because there's dark rooms, RNG frogs. That one was Jeremiah. He'll body you sometimes. There's these platforms later on that, if there's two objects on them, they'll go up and down. And then there's one room that combines all three of these, and it's kind of awful. So just the update. Breadpan is running right now. It's just frozen, so we're trying to sort that out. Just waiting for his internet to like catch up and stuff like that.
Breadpan is classically known for not having a high-functioning internet or computer, but he is really, really good at the game. So whenever he does manage to put something out, it's usually like incredibly impressive. I hope that he manages to resurrect sometime partway through the run. Meanwhile, Falco managed to get through the frog room. A slightly scary little damage boost there. He doesn't really need to do any more damage throughout the stage, but being on low health isn't very comforting.
This room is kind of scary. If your muscle memory is good, then it's not too hard, but there's been some like crazy saves in that room.
Interesting movement. It looks like Falco is really used to the way he's going through these rooms, because that was actually a very fine setup to get up on this platform, which you kind of need for Spectre Knight. Is he going for... No, okay, I think he kind of messed that up a little bit. Spectre Knight will always teleport to the opposite corner at the start of the fight. Maybe he does know what he's doing. What? I'm not really used to watching Falco play. Falco actually just started playing Plague Knight, really.
Like maybe...
Not even like 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2-ish months ago. So while we have a chance to explain it, the green coins you see around the stages are cipher coins. You can turn those in for bomb upgrades, but we won't be doing any of that, because it's slow, and it takes a lot of green coins to get to the, like, tier 2 of bomb upgrades, which are pretty good, but that just takes a lot of time. And there's also this animation that plays, etc. But if you want, you can get 69 coins and you can win the game. Win all of the game.
The true goal of the game. So yeah, cipher coins unfortunately are just not gonna happen. They're not really part of the any percent route. As useful as the different bomb layouts can be.
So this is Explodatorium. The stage kind of runs on global cycles. You're going to want to need it for hot lid cycles and fire cycles. The boss of this level is a surprise because you're Plague Knight and this is your home, so...
He came running home because he could sense someone touching his spaghetti.
Oh my god.
He could feel it a mile away.
Oh my god. Also, to give you a quick update, Breadpan's in Lich Shard and died at one point, but he's done with Spectre.
He should be, like, right behind Falco, honestly, if anything.
And we know this because of Discord.
We at the Alchemeister here. Alchemeister actually has 23 hits, more than any boss. It's kind of funny, but he just stands there for the most part, chucking bombs. We can get on the other side of him, so it's pretty easy to do most of that damage without actually having to worry about what he does. Falco did okay. He could have been a little closer to the right. It was still a pretty good kill. He didn't have Alchemeister run away and do any laps. You can't really kill him before he transforms. Falco on a heart and a half. I don't think he's gonna get. I hope he doesn't take more damage. I hope he's gonna be extremely.
There's a chicken he can get like in this room, but
he would have to take a lot more damage afterwards. The thing is that he wants to be at 2 full hearts. Yeah, he's got tonic. So now he really doesn't want to take any more damage. Okay, please don't. That's still fine. That's still fine. Basically, in this next fight, he's picking up the checkpoint. Our favorite blue boy. That's fine to miss that checkpoint because then on the way back you can damage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You want to be under 2 hearts. So if you have 2 full and you take 1 damage, that's fine. Because now Shovel Knight will not use the phase locket. He has access to most of his weapons, including Ichor, including the Warhorn, which is really strange. But basically, this stun lock is super easy. He got anchored, which is fine. That's why you want a little bit of health. But if he can phase lock it at all during that, then you're kind of, you're not looking good. You can anchor away and then just keep running.
So neither runners are using like color codes, just to make Plague a different color. But each of Plague's color codes match up to one of Shovel's, so I don't know why, but when you beat Shovel at the end of this, he'll change color to the color that the color code you're using, like corresponds up to. Oh, we gotta change on Breadpan's screen.
What? That's really hilarious. He's nowhere near Pridemore. I think it's like remembering what he's doing, and it's just like, oh, he was there. I swear. Anyway, after Explode, oh, he's going to Iron City. Iron City, my favorite. Lost City. I'm assuming that Breadpan is going to Iron Whale. Optimal map movement wise, you'd be going to Iron Whale. However, if you're not as comfortable with Lost City, then you'd probably be going here because of Beetle 1, there's lava everywhere. You actually do have to damage boost quite a lot. He does have the extra heart, though. That's a leftover effect from the tonic. Tonics will temporarily increase your max health until you die, so he'll get to ride that out until something unfortunate happens.
Yeah, Lost City is just scary because there's lava. You really want to make sure you burst correctly. Like rooms like this where if you hit one of the blocks and everything else explodes in a domino fashion. If you burst in the wrong place, suddenly, just death.
Yeah, because you're just constantly trying to manage your burst, jump, burst. If you come into something you weren't expecting, then you're very likely to be, or if you accidentally don't land, because landing refreshes your double jump. If you somehow didn't do that, then you're gonna end up trying to jump and you might end up dying.
Like, so many people lose runs to this stage. It's just, we call it time. Some people call it Time Lost City. I call it Time Lost City.
That was okay for
Beetle 2.
He could have gone a little bit faster if he damage boosted. And your health really isn't an issue. None of the strat for Mole Knight requires that you take damage during the fight. Did that first one not hit?
Yeah.
That was so weird. Actually, what?
Off of him.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, I need to clip that later. He just got robbed. He still managed to kill him before he died, so that was actually still a very valid kill. You want to jump over Mole Knight each time and lob 2 bombs, but why did that bounce off of him? What?
It looked like it donked off his head or something like that. So, Mole is a fight you want to finish fast, because if he digs back into the ground, you gotta play whack-a-mole, and then he'll do this thing where he, like, spews fire everywhere. Yeah, So we're getting confirmation that Breadpan died in one of the Beetle skips.
And briefly, his stream is letting us know that he did in fact fight Spectre Knight.
Yeah, it's like slowly catching up. It's getting there. So Falco's on Iron Whale. It's the water level. Compared to like most levels with water physics, it's like not bad, I've been told.
Could you imagine if Plague Knight had to like mash A to flap through water?
Oh god.
That would be adorable. Mona, my cloak's all wet!
Oh my god. He does say something like that, when you get back to the potion area after
Oh right,
this
he
level.
does.
Like his bombs are all waterlogged or something.
Lame.
Yeah, so these tentacles, you gotta hit the little thing in the middle.
Oh my god, Falco is getting bodied in that room.
Yeah. It's really easy to just get bodied by everything as plague. Sometimes that's intentional. Yeah, sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not, and you just get sad.
So yeah, Breadpan, if you can see his timer, which is extremely... it's a little hard to read, but it's okay. You can tell that it's like minutes and minutes behind. He's not actually in the Explodatorium.
He should be at like low light or something right now.
Actually, he's in Iron Whale with...
Oh, okay.
They're following the same route for whatever reason.
Huh. So this is a Tethalon, also known as 420 fish, because sometimes she's just a little bit too high, or too low. You're gonna want to hit the little angler, treasure chest thingy. She spits fishes out at you. It's a time.
That is quite a time. Especially, like, Tethalon moving, getting up really high is really irritating because it's hard, even with the water physics, to fly up there and lob bombs. But then, like, constantly moving side to side, it's one of the more difficult fights for Plague Knight, especially with Plague Knight's method of attack. So runners do have to adapt quite often. So Falco is on his way to Treasure Knight. Treasure Knight is actually not a very difficult fight. Just a little random. Treasure Knight, most of his attacks are basically at ground level, and because Plague Knight already has an easy time staying in the air, the water keeps him up there even longer. He'll actually get to just continuously lob bombs the entire time. Moving left was actually pretty good RNG. It didn't move to the ceiling, which is good. Just gotta finish him. Good job.
Yeah, that box can, like, steal some of your money. I think it's like 500 gold.
Pretty inconsequential. Do you want to tell us why we actually care about money, though? Because we haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, so, I think coming up soon, because, yeah, Flying Machine's next, you're gonna want to pick up the only Arcana we pick up. It's a sub-weapon. The Staff is Striking, and you need, like, 9,000 gold to get it. Normally, if you're playing this casually, you can go into, like, a side room that Shovel doesn't have in his campaign. Find the relic that you normally get in Shovel Knight's campaign, and then give it to Chester, and he'll give you the Arcana for free, but that's really slow, so we just cough up the money instead. So, even though Breadpan's stream is still really, really behind, he got a pretty good Blue Man, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't think that, our restreamer would actually resync that anyway, because they would basically have to pause Falco's stream for like a level and a half.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Anyway, we're in Crying Machine. This stage is hyper lethal. Falco was struggling getting past that, that Wisdom there. That actually is a really tricky Wisdom to get past.
Okay,
just because
thank God. I thought it was just me.
No. I still need to, like, look up the actual way to do that room, just so that I can... There are so many rooms, it's just like, okay, how do you go through this room so I can stop hating it?
Yeah.
Ooh. So he kind of got stuck on the left side of that. That's actually a hover meanie, what we call Jawas. That's just what they look like. They have fan blades that actually, can you please, thank you, that they prevent you from moving. They really prevent you from moving against their current. Like, they're really good fan blades. So there's no getting around them without having to, like, avoid them. You cannot fight that. And he got stuck on the wrong side of it, so he kind of took a little more damage than he needed to. He's on really low health right now. He does have to do one additional damage boost throughout the stage. And he's coming up on a room full of 3 of those hover meanies, so we'll see if he doesn't get more hugs. Hugs do a full heart of damage, and you can easily get comboed. I swear, they went to combat school together.
Oh my God.
They just know how to pinch you down.
This room is... They're not, like, this was actually kind of a big debate at one point. they're not really RNG. Oh my god, auto scroller swag. Stop. Yeah, hover minis aren't really RNG, but the way they like snap to your location is just kind of weird, I think. Also, fun fact, like, Propeller Knight stage is where, like, in every campaign is where you get, like, a really big mobility item, or not really mobility, but a sub-weapon that's, like, very crucial to the run. So in Shovel, you'll get the Infinite Dagger, not Infinite Dagger, the Propeller Dagger. I'm sorry. Too many
okay.
rubs.
Too many daggers.
Too many daggers.
Knife emoji.
And then in Spectres,
Falco.
oh yeah, that's a scary room. He took it kind of slow and safe.
That's fine. That's entirely okay.
That's
I wonder if
reasonable.
Breadpan is behind, and I wonder if he will actually choose to be a little more risky in that room to catch up. I'm going to note that Falco at 21 minutes in is basically right here at Propeller, 21:02. Okay. We will see what happens when Breadpan eventually makes his way to the stage.
Yeah, Propeller's like, god, he's he's an awful fight. The speed run, he's kind of also awful. The staff makes it a little bit easier. Falco got
Actually,
a good kill there.
Falco did great. He did one of the very good kills there. So, Propeller has a projectile guard on his front. He will literally parry those bombs out of the way. You have to hit him from the top, or if you throw out a bomb, if you burst and he runs into the cloud, he actually takes damage from that. There is an alternate kill where you get him to run over the bombs because they're on the ground instead of like on his front. That one's actually a really neat kill. I wonder if Breadpan's gonna go for it.
Breadpan actually got a pretty good, like, clean first tentacle run.
Apart from the, I swear, it's like half fake news, Breadpan dying all over the place, but we'll see. He is genuinely good, so wherever he's having shenanigans, should be few and far between. Breadpan is kind of known for also going for extremely difficult strats that have, like, a decent payoff, maybe a small payoff. They're better, that's for sure, but, like, he may end up going for stuff that's like, please, it's a race. I don't know if you're gonna get it or not.
Yeah. There's a reason why he has, like, 5,000 resets or something like that.
I think it's actually closer to, like, 8,000.
Oh god. So, Falco finishing up on Plot Manor, Black Knight 2. The stun lock is a little bit harder to get on that one, but looks like he,
It's not a good fight.
yeah, pretty good fight still.
Falco actually just shy of having enough money to have bought his magic already. He has, well, so we went over how relics are super expensive and that you're not going to be picking up more than one of them because of reasons. But however, you do need a ton of money because you're going to be picking up magic upgrades as well, and that's 10,500 gold. Ooh,
Yeah.
good movement through this room. It's actually low-key a difficult room if you don't study up on what you can do to get through. Oh, that was a slightly unfortunate thing. Very subtle thing, but I figured I might as well bring it up. He threw a bomb when he was on the ground there. That's actually, he was trying to remain in the air and use that bomb to carry over just a little bit more momentum so he didn't have to touch the ground. That's something that, if you're a little more familiar with playing... Ooh, this damage boost, by the way, so he can get through this room without having to get bodied by those hammer bros. Yeah, that's a really good damage boost. Falco actually has some great strats that I've been meaning to pick up on. He tried to use... that was a little scary. No! And he didn't touch the checkpoint either, so he's going really far back.
Yeah, Polar Knight stage is so, like, a lot of the... Because, like, this is, like, a World 3 level, like, a lot of the enemies body you, like, a whole heart of damage. God, like, the enemies in this level are awful.
Okay, doing that damage boost again.
That is a clean damage boost.
I like it, honestly, like, it's just as good. I need to look at it, really. He did get all his money back.
This ladder room is like always scary. They're just chucking like hammers at you and stuff like that. It's just, you're just kind of scared you won't make the jump. Like something will just snipe you out of the air.
Yeah, your goal in that room is to use your burst to destroy the hammer bro from above you, but the hitbox is not so great. Falco actually got tapped by the hammer bro's foot there, and that's not easy.
Oh, so
Good damage boosting in that last room.
Spike room is scary. You might want to just like damage boost across it.
Falco has 2 tonics right now. He actually chose not to grab the tonic that was in the dinner plate here for Polonite. Not healing is not an issue, but not having tonic can be a little scary. He just barely managed to kill Polonite before he ran out of mana, which we might not have covered. Mana, or Plague's power, is expended at half a bar per swing of his staff striking. So he can get 4 swings, and then he'll have just a tiny amount left. And at that point, if he swung his staff, which he'd be allowed to, he would overheat the staff. He would overheat his mana. He would not be able to use it at all until he recovered his mana entirely. Hooked on tonics.
Oh,
Nice. Reading Rainbow.
no! So, Falco's coming up on Clockwork Tower. It's a fairly, like, straightforward level. There's like 2 auto-scrollers. One is a pseudo-auto-scroller that we skip. But yeah, just Clockwork Tower is Clockwork Tower.
Clockwork Tower is definitely one of those stages. Like, as someone who runs Hundo, I will tell you that a lot of these stages can be way more terrifying in 100%, where you have to go through all these extra rooms, and Clockwork Tower is one of those stages. Its side room, as we call them, is a nightmare. Applesauce coming with the clutch advice, please grab checkpoints. It's interesting. The runners are actually very similar. They're both some of our youngest runners as well, and they both know each other pretty well. They both hang out all the time. So I'm kind of wondering, like, is there some intense rivalry going on? Are they really, like, going, like, super machismo, all this guts, like, not grabbing checkpoints, to going for all these strats? I wonder what's going on behind the scenes here, because it's definitely a little bit more than just their usual races. Like, their races against other opponents have been way more careful.
So Falco, like, getting the auto-scroller, to get there.
I don't blame him for aborting there. Just, like, abort mission, back up.
Yeah, there's, like, a lot of damage boosting, to get over that pit of spikes. But it's, like, not super hard to learn. It's just really scary.
He's a little bit low on health entering the last, well, I guess the auto-scroller. No one but Spectre gets 2 in one stage. This auto-scroller is not really terrifying, so long as he doesn't fall. Please don't fall.
If you're Momo or Eric, you go in the ladders and you twerk, and then I yell at you.
We don't talk about that. Listen, I just wanted to shake it on the ladder. Eric's one who got a label as twerking. I'm just like, I feel great shame now. I just wanted to shake it on this ladder.
Oh my god. So Tinker's kind of a joke boss. As opposed to like a half heart, your bombs do a whole heart. And oh god, the floor broke. Yeah, so Tinker has 2 phases.
It's always such a shock. Yo, no dancing. I am shamed, Falco. He does have 4 mana now, so he can swing that staff 9 times before he exhausts it. Which is basically half of Tinker's health, so he should be able to just, yep. Good stuff.
Yeah, Tinker is a really big reason, as opposed, I mean, like, you have all the bosses in general reasons why I pick up the staff, but as the tank lunges back, you can actually, like, get him inside the wall with the staff.
So yeah, for those of you who just came in, splicing, no. Breadpan's internet is famously terrible. So I noted that Falco managed to enter the Propeller Knight fight at about 21 minutes in. Breadpan must have had a ton of deaths, but he is definitely way behind. He's at least a minute and a half behind. He still could come back. Breadpan actually has a time about a minute better than Falco, so he could like really knock it out of the park in the end game here. Who knows? We will have to see.
So Falco's coming up on Tower 1. Basically, like, they're like the Wily stages where they, like in Mega Man, where they take everything you've learned and then toss it up in one level. 2 levels, technically.
So, if Tinker was standing on top of Plague Knight's shoulders, could we call that the Tower of Power?
Oh my god.
Fear me.
God. Falco's coming up on Crusher Room, which, do you want to explain that?
Yeah, so one of the few things that has absolute dominance in this game is the ability to get squished. Like, even if you play in God mode, where you're invincible to absolutely everything, you can still get crushed in God mode. It just won't let it happen. So yeah, you gotta be careful in this room. You can beat basically all of the cycles ahead of time, except for this one. So for this one, you actually have to put in a little more effort. He has to get 3 bursts. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Not terribly awful. However, if you end up missing the burst flap, then you could easily end up falling behind and getting squished.
These rooms, like, they're so messy. Like, you can fall down there. There's a lot of kind of damage boosting that has to go on. Just like, you can't
just chose to completely avoid everything that time. I don't blame him.
Here you can either take the top route or the bottom route. Yeah. Top route is safer. Bottom route is faster but scarier.
Did you say top ride? I love Kirby. Wait, that's the wrong game.
No, top route. This is low bitrate room with the rain. The gimmick of this room.
As pretty as the rain is, it's usually going to end up smearing everyone's stream.
Yeah.
You made it past the final room, the last triple guardian Jawa on his own. And here's Black Knight 3. So even if you could get like a stun lock on the first or second Black Knight, he's going to eventually just do a forced teleport, and then he's going to grow wings. You cannot avoid this. Like, you'd have to be some type of wizard or a robot. Or the robotic wizard!
Does the TAS skip?
The TAS actually forces the transformation at the very end, because at that point it doesn't matter, and you get more damage in on Black Knight after he transforms.
Huh. Oh yeah, and Falco got teleport skip, which was really good. Basically, I think like when he's glowing, you can hit him, and then he won't do this thing where he just shoots like projectiles everywhere.
He's completely invincible while he's glowing like that, so you want to ideally hit him out of that.
Also, I forgot to point out Sad Mountain.
Yo, we did pass by Sad Mountain, but on Breadpan's super delayed stream, we will get to see it.
Oh my god.
Yep, and there is Sad Mountain. I'm looking at the replay. But right now, Falco is in Tower 2. The Tower Ascent, where you spend more time going down.
That's not wrong, actually.
You do. So he's actually coming up on the... He's in the, we call that the Mario Maker room. That room is completely awful. It's super cramped. It's filled with slimes, and there's lava, and you could accidentally blow apart the floor and end up falling into it. Good room design. Just like, it's possibly one of the most aggravating rooms by design.
The room that Falco just passed, you can just go over the top, as you just saw. If you do Hundo, you gotta go through all that, and then there's hover minis, and it's scary and awful. So, I think in this auto-scroller, Falco seems to be kind of managing his health a little bit. Coming up is the boss rush, and although the, order of the order is, like, kind of random, Shovel Knight is always the last one, and as you've seen in the Exploratorium, we want to, like, manage your health and make sure we have, 2 health at the end of that. But one big like challenge of managing your health in that section. Um, you'll get a turkey after or chicken, whichever bird you want to call it, um, after every boss, and you might end up getting like knocked into it, and then you're at full health again, and then you're sad. Many runs have been lost to just falling into chicken. Breadpan's stream is chugging again, but looks like he got through the auto-scroller skip pretty good, pretty well. I don't know what grammar is. Oh, also, Polar Knight will always be within the first 3 bosses you fight, because like his original boss fight, he reveals spikes on the ground, so Yacht Club thought it wouldn't be fair if, say, you got through like everybody except Polar, and then suddenly your toe touches a spike, and then you just straight up die.
So Polar was first. I guess you could say the order of the order of no quarter. The first quarter of the order of no quarter shall include Polar. There we go.
Oh my god. That was good.
That was from Speedfrog.
Oh my god. Did you like scroll back to go find that, or?
No, I had to remember. That's why I was like struggling to think.
Oh
That's one of those things where like you drop a mental chalkboard and you're staring at the sky like,
Oh my god.
So in terms of, oh, he did actually land on some turkey. He kind of wanted to take some extra damage. Treasure can deal full heart. Okay, that's fine now. He kind of, at this point, shouldn't want to take too much more damage. He's at 2.5, and the rest of the bosses you can actually basically avoid taking damage on. Like, maybe King will give him trouble. Hopefully he doesn't. Please, okay. He's got 4 tonics, too, so he can really fix things at any given point as well.
Also, we've seen a lot of the runners...
Don't land on the turkey!
Oh god. Oh, we've seen a lot of runners, like, opt to, like, not even try the 2 damage, stun lock for Shovel. And I don't blame them at all. It's really scary.
Yeah, Shovel is a little scarier this time around because one of the requirements that he actually gets to use Warhorn is that he's digging himself out of the ditch. And because there's no ditch to be digging out of, he won't use Warhorn, so he's not going to he's not going to have the potential to Ichor skip. You get Ichor skip by him blowing Warhorn while hitting the health trigger that would cause him to drink Ichor. And Tinker's getting away. He's like, "You'll never catch me!"
Oh my god.
You got me. Till I bring out my Gundam!
Oh god. Also, your, like, staff management, I guess is what you could call it. Just not using your staff too much is also really important. You have a little bit of leeway while you're waiting for the next order member to come up. But you don't want to burn yourself out, so you have the staff, for the next boss.
So he has... Okay, his health is good. He has definitely enough mana. He's going to take this one hit, and if he can get the stun lock, that'd be really, really great. This fight sucks. He might have just barely enough mana for this. Perfect! Oh my goodness.
Wow. I think that's the first, like, full boss rush shovel stun lock we've seen in the tournament so far.
There might have been one other, but yeah, like, boss rush shovel stun lock is a rarity. No, not many people have at all gotten it in this tournament.
Also, this Shovel Knight is New Game Plus worst ending Shovel Knight.
Just abandon the boys.
New Game Plus speedrun Shovel Knight.
So, I guess Shovel Knight, like, after the tower gets destroyed, just, like, he has that moment, like, I left my boys. I left my boys!
Oh my god! So, Falco's finishing up. This is Tower 3, where we fight the Enchantress. This first room, the Tower of Hera room, Towel room, whatever you want to call it. Kind of scary. Not too hard, but scary. That just explains... That's just, like, describes half of the things in this game.
Interesting. He's taking some legitimate damage boosts here. I mean, health really is not an issue for Enchantress, so that's actually not very bad at all. That's way less complicated. I don't blame him for it.
Yeah, if you run like Hundo or Nukem Plus, you can just use what is it, Berserker's Brew, and just dance through that whole thing. So similar strat.
So Enchantress, he's going to want to try and do 4 full hearts of damage and then no more than that, leading up to Enchantress basically chucking a bunch of fireballs. This is good. Now he's going to wait. And then, yep, nice. He even got an extra hit there. Can he finish her before she finishes dives? Unfortunate dives. Oh my god. Okay, going onto the floor there. Kind of risky. He basically had more than enough mana to like eliminate the risk, but like if you get hit by Enchantress the wrong way, you just drop and you can't recover.
So this next fight is the Plague of Shadows fight. If you're me and you don't know how to do this fight because it's basically like Shovel Boss Plague RNG, you'll stand here for 30-something seconds and then you'll just win the fight.
I definitely expect these guys to be going gung-ho here on... Oh, unfortunately, ran out of mana. Not having the stab for the rest of this fight's gonna kind of blow. This fight is essentially exactly like Plague Knight, the Shovel Knight fights. Except with all this. Yeah.
The floor scrolls down because both of you are chucking bombs and breaking the floor.
I kind of like that spin on it. It makes this fight a little more interesting.
So this is the Corrupted Essence, the Pepsi Bird.
Pepsi Maximus.
Oh my god. So you're gonna want to hit that pink thing in its mouth, but it'll only open its mouth when you break the bomb at the bottom or when it's spewing out broccoli birds or chicken pox.
Oh my god!
You want to call it?
Perfect kill.
Might be
1, 2, 3. Wow, nice. He got the 2 cycle. And the 4203. Good finish.
So now we're just waiting on low bitrate Breadpan to finish up. The bitrate's not that low, but it's in, I don't know, alliterations.
Somewhere, wherever in the world you are, Breadpan, you are in our prayers. 3, good finish.
Yeah, I think Falco opened up the stream and didn't realize we're pulling audio from his side.
Dang, that would have been a great way to look at like some of Falco's music choice. Does he the anime master?
Oh my god. Yeah, so Breadpan might actually be like done or really close to done. We're just waiting on his stream to like catch up. Did he just run straight into the... I think Breadpan just ran straight into the box. On the treasure fight. That was... huh. I guess that kind of... if you know you're gonna get like... you're probably not going to be able to break free of that. It's probably faster to just take it but I've never seen that before. So Breadpan only has 2 order members to go, and then Shovel. So let's see how he does.
And while we wait for Breadpan's stream, I'm gonna pull Falco in here. Hello, good sir. Welcome to Speed Gaming 4.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. That was a much better run than I thought I'd pull off. After no practice today.
Did you see at all on the SRL channel if Breadpan has finished?
He has 45.06.
Oh my goodness.
I feel for him.
So, an insight into the future of Breadpan's stream catching up for the rest of us. Yeah, he definitely had quite a lot of nasty spells earlier.
Yeah. He was going for pretty extreme strats. As far as I could tell.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just getting Shovel with just plain bombs, like... Dang.
it's pretty harsh. A lot of his strats are pretty harsh. I didn't go for
Oh my
anything
god, he's
special.
going for the blue... Breadpan, why?
Yeah, he's going for the whack Breadpan. The whack blue man, excuse me.
Let me, the whack Breadpan. I mean, I'm gonna pull him in here.
Yeah, and we can
Red
talk
boy.
him. I'm so sorry, Breadpan. I'm so sorry.
So Breadpan's mic has also classically not been something that's been high functioning. We'll see if he can... Do you have words for us, my boy?
You're up.
There you go.
How do you feel?
Ah.
I feel like a rock just went through my skull.
I mean, I definitely saw Plague Knight tumbling through all kinds of stages at hyper light speed, and then the stream chugged for a while. What were your big deaths?
Well, I died in the elevator room on Lich Yard.
Ooh.
Died the second checkpoint in Propeller, which is in that little rat room, and then died on the spikes. Checkpoint. Room in Iron Whale. Level 2. Splittorium. And I believe that's it.
Harsh. I had a good run. So I feel bad because I have the same thing sometimes. Sometimes you just get really bad runs. But to get that during a tournament has to suck a lot.
It was just like the mindset of like, I just gotten back from lunch and I was racing up and I was like, oh god, just start the race already.
So we're watching your Enchantress kill. That was pretty good. And you still got most of the hits there before the dive.
Oh, well, I guess he ended later than he actually finished, but he got a 43-26 on stream.
Yeah, he still legitimately lost.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but that was still a pretty close race.
That's...
Do you have a local
Yes.
record, Breadpan?
Unfortunately I do.
Unfortunately. Please upload that at some point. And you too, Falco. I'm gonna
Right.
compare them later. But for the most part, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing.
Oh, that's a harsh way to put things. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. Let me just
I've
mark
never
this.
regret
Where are
playing in
you?
my whole life.
You weren't both in losers. You were both in winners still.
Yeah, we were both in winners.
Also, Breadpan
I did-
is
I-
the best strat.
0
to get out
2.
of winners. I really didn't expect to get out of winners. So
Well, you're up against
I'm happy
Oddbot or
about that.
David next.
it'll be auto. I'm sure I'm gonna get creamed by auto.
I don't know. first of all, Oddbot actually has not been playing. He's been studying. He's still in the tournament, but he has been studying, so he's kind of rusty. He's been playing Celeste as well. And David has actually been practicing quite a lot, but he actually had to divert himself for Spectre Knight, so that's actually a toss-up. We don't know. Oddbot might lose, which would be insane.
That would be insane that second place gets dethroned by like 9th place. That'd be weird.
I mean,
when's that
that's
happening?
Flame
That's
Knight as
happening.
well.
That's happening Wednesday. We'll have to see. I'm not confident that I can get to winners finals, but
I just want to hit top 4, and I need to practice way harder to get there.
I got top 5. That was my goal.
And the winner of this whole thing races Pickles.
What?
Yo, I know
Yeah,
the
I
naked
the pickles.
strats.
Right, but that was the best part of the race.
For reference, my time is like a 101, and I run staffless, and I haven't played in like a month.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
Oh my
Honestly,
god.
that levels the playing field.
Oh god.
It does.
Let's look at the schedule right now. We do have a 4-way happening later today. That's actually I'm going to be a part of that. It's going to be the schedule. Myself versus Lance and Flad versus Pika Pete.
Wait, Vlad versus Pete?
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah. Poor Pika.
Flad is going to go super Brazilian on him.
Oh my god.
He's gonna do a sub 39 on Pete, like that.
Yeah, for those who
I'm
don't
excited.
know, the record has been like tossed around 3 or 4 times, like in the past month or so, like since January.
Yeah, and all of them have been Flad. Vlad's just taken the time down 3 or 4 times. So
Yeah.
he's
Vlad-
a beast. He's a monster. I think he has an average of 39.20.
That's
that's
so
average
crazy. Why?
That's insanity. So I don't see him losing this tournament at all. Fine for second place.
I've got nothing else to say. Thank you so much, Speed Gaming, for throwing this together at the very last moment, and we will see you again later tonight. This is Cookie Moon signing out.
And I'm Pickles Pinnacles signing out.
Alright. See you guys later.
Yeah, bye.